Welcome back to another video. Today we are in the Open Ultra League, and today we have a different team to feature. We're going to be running the Obstagoon paired with the Shadow Charizard and Cresselia. First, we're met with the Shadow Dragonite. Unfortunately, our move gets caught by this Galarian Weezing, so we have to switch into our Charizard here. We're going to have to debate whether to shield this or not. It ends up being the Brutal Swing. We can tank that. We're going to throw this Blast Burn right before they get to their move. They decide to let it go. And now we are met with the Tapu Fini. This Tapu Fini will be able to do super effective fast move. But we are going to throw them a good old Blast Burn, which can do enough damage to take it into the yellow. Here, the Tapu Fini goes for the Moonblast. We are able to shield it. This Dragonite is going to go for this Dragon Claw right here. We're going to go for this Moonblast, possibly to debuff. They're for sure going to shield. Makes sense. And we're going to switch out and try to catch a Dragon Claw on our Obstagoon. We do catch the Dragon Claw, which is perfect because now we're going to be able to get to this Night Slash before they get to a potential superpower. So we throw that Night Slash, good chip damage right there. We have to think about shielding this. We do let it go, and our opponent ends up switching back into the Tapu Fini. This Tapu Fini has to shield. It's going to be able to get to a Surf right here, so we're going to obviously shield, and we're going to go and throw this Moonblast. This Moonblast will take out the Tapu Fini. Will our Cresselia take out the Dragonite? It does take out the Dragonite because of its shadow, and we are able to cycle cut it down. Also to note, we are running the Future Sight Moonblast Cresselia for this team, as Charizard kind of is difficult to deal with, so we have a little bit more coverage for that. Here we have a great lead here. We're going to throw this Cross Chop on CAP tie, and they're going to let it go. They go for the Breaking Swipe. They switch into the Cresselia here. This Cresselia play potentially could have the Future Sight, could potentially have Moonblast. We try to call the bait right there. Unfortunately for us, we do not call the correct move. Ends up being the Future Sight. However, we are able to survive, and we send them off with a Blast Burn. So they did run the Moonblast Future Sight version. That's good to know. So that means that we can overfarm a little bit and make sure that we throw this move on CAP die. Looks like our opponent ends up investing a shield into this. We know that they have Moonblast or Future Sight, so we're just charging up a ton of energy with this Obstagoon right now. So much so that we are going to take it out. And unfortunately for us, it ends up being the Vrizzing in the back, and now our entire lineup is out of order. We have the Cresselia on the Steelix when we should have it on the Virizion. So it turns out that the Charizard versus Cresselia matchup, we should have maintained alignment right there. Here, we're going to try our best to snipe this energy eventually. Oh, they're running the Crunch Steelix. So we do catch a move here, and we try to snipe some energy from this Steelix, but unfortunately, we are not going to be able to do that. They are going to debuff our attack, and this Virizion is basically just going to farm down at this point. We are no longer able to do full power, and this Virizion probably is going to just have to double Leaf Blade at this point. So this is GG's, unfortunately for us. Losing the switch was definitely the problem. And they have a ton of energy here, so they're going to be able to get to this Leaf Blade easily. So GG's to our opponent right there. Unfortunate. I guess we got to be more aware of Cresselia's running Future Sight. So keep that in mind, especially with a bunch of Charizards running around. I mean, that's pretty much why we're running it as well. Opponent starts with the Gliscor. The fact that they switched out gives us the hint that they're probably running the Night Slash Earthquake version. And so we're going to stay in here to chip away. And then we're going to switch into our Cresselia. So we have the health advantage This Cresselia is going to be throwing Moonblast. So we know that they have at least Moonblast. We don't know what the second move is at this point. But as long as we just... Oh, they actually switch out. And then we're just going to go for this Future Sight because they're not going to shield because they're not expecting it. And so now they know we have Future Sight. That did a huge amount of damage, probably like 35%. And then we're going to go for this Moonblast here as we need to just chip this away so that we can combo with this Obstagoon. So that's exactly what you do. We do get the attack boost, which is fantastic. And the fact that they are charging up, so we're going to shield the one, just ends up being the first click. So we do shield the correct move. Our opponent ends up coming in with the Tapu Fini. Now this Obstagoon is boosted, so even though these Night Splashes are resisted, it's going to be, doing chip damage. And look at that, 2 Night Splashes already taking this Tapu Fini into the yellow. Let's see what we throw in here. We're going to go in with the Cresselia, as we are going to be able to tank more of the moves. Our opponent ends up throwing the Surf, and our opponent switches out, tries to snipe our Cresselia energy, but we're going to go into our Charizard. Ends up being the Grass Knot, so they reveal that they have Grass Knot and Moonblast. We do not have to shield this next move, our Cresselia. Here we're going to try to throw on CAP. We do get that, and let's see what they do. They decided to let it go, which is fine, and now all we have to do is just get to 2 moves here, and we should be able to win the game. They go for the shield, we're going to go for this Blast Burn, and that is GG's. There we go, nice little win right there. Played that much better, as Cresselia switching, kind of interesting to deal with as well. So this time we approached it a little bit differently, chipping and then dipping. Okay, so Heliolisk Air is weak to this Obstagoon. We're going to be careful at not letting our energy get wasted, so we're going to throw on Optimal Timing. Our opponent throws the Breaking Swipe to debuff our attack. We're going to allow them to throw another move here, but we're going to shield here just to preserve, because they ended up using a shield. We're debuffed again, and then it allows us to farm it down. Here we see a fighter, so we're going to switch into our Cresselia. This Cresselia is going to be met with a Shadow Steelix. This Shadow Steelix goes for the Breaking Swipe CAP, and then we're going to go for this Moonblast. Moonblast actually gets shielded. So they know that they don't want this Cresselia to stay alive. So they're just going to invest everything into the Steelix. Here we go for another Future Sight. This Future Sight is going to, do the most damage considering it's the stab move. And it looks like our opponent is trying to farm up as much energy as possible at this point. We're just going to go for another Future Sight here. Future Sight already debuffed a ton. We're going to come back in with our Obstagoon. They go for the Breaking Swipe. They switch out into the Virizion. Unfortunately for them, we have the Shadow Charizard. We're going to shield here just to keep this Shadow Charizard healthy, because we know we can win CAP and we're going to dominate this matchup. And we just want this Charizard to have enough health to survive these Breaking Swipes here. So we're going to let that go. And then even though we're debuffed, we are going to be able to get to a Blast Burn here to blast this Shadow Steelix off. We actually have one more game here. Here we're going to have the Greedent versus the... Oh, looks like they switched it to the Togekiss, and that's GG. So check out this team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.